This is a PSA for all the men out there and all the boys who think they're men, but they're actually boys. This is gonna be the summer of canceling boys. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. If all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think, it might not be us, it might be men. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas. Quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country. I am tired of dealing with trash men. If you want to mix in people like me and people like my friends who are go-getters, please don't mix us in with the Tatianas. If we find out that you are also talking to 5 Tatianas who have nothing going on, Houston, we have a problem. It will be a cold day in hell when I chase a man. Not one single man on planet Earth is worth making any woman feel like she is not good enough.
Well, Tomi Lahren joins me live from Nashville, Tennessee. So, Tomi, it's good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well here. Thanks for having me.
So, did you get some fire in your life when you posted the video that you did?
Of course I did. I mean, I'm a conservative talk show host, so obviously folks are not used to people like me, especially in the more conservative spaces, ever talking about men or critiquing men in any way, because obviously for so long it's been conservatives that have fought back against modern day feminism. But my video was more about dating. And it's rough out there. And finally, I just got fed up and decided to do a little PSA because maybe I can help educate men on what's going wrong. Maybe it is a breakdown in communication that is the problem.
Well, you know, I saw it when you posted it, and I didn't get the big issue because what I understood you to be saying is, look, if you're going to be a jerk, then you're going to be a jerk, and we're going to label you that way. And women, you don't settle for that. These are boys, not men, and if they're going to act that way, let them act that way, but don't demean yourself by interacting with them. Did I miss the point, or was that the point?
Oh, that's the point. But there are so many women out there that have really come into their own, that have really found their voices. And unfortunately, there are so many boys out there that have failed to realize that, and they've failed to catch up.
And what you were saying is men need to go back to how men used to treat women. And tell me what you mean by that.
Well, I think we can go back in history and generations past and say that men haven't always treated women perfectly. I don't think women are looking to be treated perfectly. We're just looking for someone who values value. And that was one of the points in my video that I wish men would really listen to.
Well, you're not saying all males are trash, and you know, we raised 2 boys, and I watched her educating those boys on how to treat women, and it's interesting that, you know, 20 years, 30 years later, I see that sticking, and I think that's what I heard you saying when you said you need to get back to treating women the way we used to, not covered wagon times, just getting back to some consideration. And I mean, Robin, that's what you heard when you watched this, right?
Yes, exactly. I applaud you for embracing your role as a woman and just using it to educate men on showing respect to women.
And you certainly did it with our sons, so.
Yes, I felt that it was my responsibility as their mother to teach them how to treat a woman. So yes, I took it very seriously, and I started with them as very young boys, and I did not stop with each age, with each role, and every area of their life, whatever they were doing, it was my job to educate them on the experience of a woman. This is how a woman feels. This is how a woman thinks. And especially when they got old enough to start having relationships with women, I wanted them to understand how a woman feels and how a woman thinks. And I felt that that was my duty.
Well, Tomi, you sure got the conversation going, I can say that, and that's a good thing.
Hey, I've never failed to start a good conversation, and I'm glad that this one could be across the aisle. If there's something we can bond over, it's that some boys need to step their game up, and I'm happy to have started the conversation.
Yeah, you bet. Well, you did a great job. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.